Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. In an earlier video, we're standing in front of this 1991 Ford Mustang 5-liter. Earlier video, this is a donor car that we're using a driveline and a lot of components for an upcoming Factory 5 racing kit car build. So basically what we've done is we've removed the engine and a lot of the components along with the transmission, and we have a little bit of a slideshow. So what we're going to do is we'll just pause here and we'll go through the steps showing lifting the driveline out, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back with this Donor Mustang. So just to clarify, if you missed the earlier video, the reason why we picked this car as a donor is the subframe, the shock towers, and the rear frame is quite rotted. So it may look good from the outside. We'd be the last people that would want to cut apart a car if it was still roadworthy or still worth fixing. So just to clarify that part first. So if we just come a little bit closer with the camera, you'll notice we didn't hurt anything, because what we're going to end up doing later is we're going to want to use items like the mounting points for the steering rack. We'll degrease and clean everything first and shampoo it. But you'll notice the wiring. We're going to use probably use almost all of this wiring harness. So we were really careful when they disassembled everything. We didn't break any of the clips or brackets. So you can see everything has been taken apart carefully, and then we've mounted everything. You see a couple of the pictures in the slideshow showed little Ziploc bags with hardware, and it's all labeled. And then you'll see along the front here, we've got this front harness that's all normal factory Ford stuff. That hasn't been hurt. So we've got all of that. And then if we go to the other side, if the camera person kind of moves over, then you can see with the labels we have, everything is labeled here. So this is for our alternator, and then we've got everything kind of clearly labeled. It just makes it a lot easier later. We got our mass airflow sensor plug. So everything has been labeled. Nothing has been cut or damaged or hurt. And then our oil level light. So just basic stuff that they labeled before they pulled the engine and transmission. So we'll later on be able to use a lot of the components. So like we've got our wiper motor, our power brake booster and master cylinder. So a lot of those components we'll remove later. And if we just kind of come over here just briefly, you can see, so here's the engine on the stand. We have our 5-speed manual transmission, the clutch, the starter, and a lot of components here. So what we'll do in a later video is we'll share with you. So they removed the front pulley, the pump, the alternator, and the headers that were on this engine to simply pull it out. And now that we have the engine here, what we'll do is we'll organize these parts. In an upcoming video, what we're going to do, we'll degrease and shampoo this engine, and then what we'll do is we'll end up flipping it over. We'll pull the oil pan off, and we'll check the crank bearings and all of that neat stuff. So there's several ways when you use this 5-liter donor. A lot of people will use the original intake. What we're going to do is probably use a GT40 intake with the tuned pipe heads. We think it looks quite a bit better. So we've got a line on some upgraded parts, but we'll share that in upcoming videos. So basically, this is the stage we're at right now with this donor car. So these are all the components that we're going to be using for the Factory 5 Racing kit car that's upcoming. I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.